to 6, and 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. 8 plus 4 is equal to 12. And then I need to make sure I bring down my decimal because I am adding. Okay, so I have $127.05. So I'm going to write she earned $127.05. Now, for problem B, they asked me, Jenny wants to earn $1,300 by the end of summer. How much more will she need to earn to meet her goal? So I need to figure out how much more does she need to earn. So I'm going to take this number, $127.05, and plug it in here because we're trying to figure out how much more does she need to earn. So now I'm going to subtract. I need to regroup because 0 minus 5 is not possible, so I am going to borrow. 3 changes to a 2, 0 changes to 9, 9, 9, but this one changes to a 10. 10 minus 5 is equal to 5, 9 minus 0 is equal to 9. Bring down my decimal, 9 minus 7 is equal to 2, 9 minus 2 is equal to 7, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1, and bring down my 1. So what I have here is $1,172.95. So she needs to earn $1,172.95 more to meet her goal. Okay, now we're going to turn the page. We are on page 79. So page 79, the first question asks you, a table and 8 chairs weigh 235.68 pounds together. If the table weighs 157.84 pounds, what is the weight of one chair in pounds? So I'm imagining in my head the story that is going on. What are they trying to ask me to figure out? They're asking me to figure out a table and 8 chairs. So I'm imagining a kind of like a dinner table with 8 chairs. So you kind of draw that out if you need to. A dinner table and you have 8 chairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's what they want to know. How much would it weigh if it was added all together? Now I know the table weighs 157.84 pounds because they give me that. So I'm writing that down. 157.84 pounds. And I also know that all together is going to be 235 pounds and 68 cents. I mean, not 68 cents, 68 pounds. So how much is the chairs going to weigh? To figure that out, I need to subtract my whole number, which is the number altogether, minus the table. That's what I set up here. So 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. 6 minus 8 is not possible. I need to regroup. 16 minus 8 is equal to 8. 5 changes to a 4. I'm going to borrow. 14 minus 7, or regroup. 14 minus 7 is equal to 7. 3 changes to a 2. 12 minus 5 is equal to 7. 2 changes to 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. I need to make sure I bring down my decimal. Okay? Now, I have 77.84. I have 77.84, but I have 8 chairs. So I now know the amounts for this right here. The chairs weigh this much, but I have 8 chairs, right? I want to know how much each chair is going to weigh, because that's what they want you to do. What is the weight of one chair? Not all 8, but one chair. So I'm going to divide by 8. 8 cannot go into 7, but 8 can go into 77. 8 can go into 77 how many times? 8 can go into 77 9 times. 8 times 9 is equal to 72. Subtract. 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. Bring down my 8. 8 can go into 58 7 times because 8 times 7 is equal to 56. 58 minus 56 is going to give me 2. I'm going to bring down my 4. 8 can go into 24 3 times. So 24 minus 24 is equal to 0. Do not forget to bring up your decimal. So we have 9.73 pounds. Each chair weighs 9.73 pounds. You guys see that? Okay. Now, we're going to move on to problem number 4. Mrs. Clever mixes 1.24 liters of red paint with 3 times as much blue paint to make purple paint. So I'm picturing in my head this lady who is named Mrs. Clever, and she's mixing red paint and blue paint together to make purple paint. Ooh, purple paint. So she pours the paint equally into 5 containers. How much blue paint is in each container? So I'm imagining a lady. She's pouring into paints, and there are 5 different containers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, she's pouring them in equally. So I have my red, blue, blue, blue paint. That's what I know so far. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, it says here, Mrs. Clever mixes 1.24 liters of red paint. So we have a red paint with 3 times as much blue paint. So this is your 3 times as much blue paint. I want you to understand that first. And then it says she pours the paint equally into 5 containers. So these are her 5 containers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to multiply, because I know that the red paint, right here it says, mixes 1.24 liters of red paint with 3 times as much. So that means that 3 times as much means that I'm multiplying times 3. So right here I am multiplying times 3. 4 times 3 is equal to 12. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 3 times 1 is equal to 3. Now I need to make sure that I am moving my decimal over twice. And I know that I'm moving it over twice and not one time. I'm thinking in my head, 1 times 3 is equal to 3. So my answer is not going to be 37. It's going to be closer to 3. So that's where my decimal is going to go. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pour that paint into my 5 containers. How do I know how much paint is in each container? I'm going to divide it by 5. So 5 divided by the number 3.72. That's what I'm going to do. I know that 5 cannot go into 3, so I'm going to move on to the next number. I have 37. How many times can 5 go into 37? 5 can go into 37 7 times, because 5 times 7 is equal to 35. Subtract 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. Bring down my 2. 5 can go into 22 4 times, because 5 times 4 is equal to 20. Subtract 22 minus 20 is equal to 2. Now, I can keep going so I can have an exact measurement, and that's what I'm going to do. I am going to keep going. 5 can go into 20 4 times. 5 times 4 is equal to 20, and subtract, I get 0. I'm going to zoom out because you guys did not even get to see that. Okay, now I'm going to make sure I bring up my decimal. So my final answer is, there is 0.744, and what is it measured in? Liters of blue in each container. Okay, and that is all for today. Please let me know if you have any questions in class.